Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking out the time to join us today for our webinar. I'll be your host today. My name is Amar Nadeem. A little about myself. Basically, I come from a decade of software development experience. I also specialize in logistics, artificial intelligence, customer satisfaction, customer success. And today I'm here to represent DupeBlock as the Vice President of Sales for the company. Quickly about the webinar, we're going to demonstrate what the product is, how the product works, what the technology behind it does, how that helps logistics, in traceability, and brand protection, smart labeling, authentication. So without any further ado, let's begin. I hope all of you can see my screen and just want to give a great welcome to DupeBlock's first webinar. So, a little bit about DupeBlock, about us. Founded in California, DupeBlock is redefining product integrity through smart serialization, AI-driven authentication, and seamless customer engagement. We're trusted by global brands and agile enterprises alike. Our solutions are deployed across North America, the Middle East, and Asia, where speed, trust, and traceability matters the most. With 6 strategic hubs and future-focused mindset, we help businesses stay ahead of counterfeits and behind-the-scenes inefficiencies. If you're still relying on generic packaging, you're already behind. This webinar is catered towards print shops, 3PLs, packaging companies, and working with DupeBlock, how it can give the ability to enhance your revenue per run, per print shop. So moving forward, before we start, I just want to shine some light on what a smart QR code. So a smart QR code is basically the one that links to a secure page for that specific item. So it's unique. It's unique as an individual. It's unique to the unit level. So one packaging means one QR code. We're going to trace it, track it, and also give brand authentication for that. So what a smart QR does is basically it authenticates the product. It's a copy proof logic, duplicate detection. I'll go deeper into that as we proceed. We can track scans by time, geolocation, and device for basic anti-diversion insights. If you're into peptides, if you're into pharmaceuticals, we can also display certificate of analysis, spec sheets, how-to pages per SKU or lot. So it's on a lot level or a unique ID level. Opens under your client's brands with your print shop credits as provider. So we have the ability to white label. So for example, if John owns a print shop and John wants to sell our QR code to their customers, DupeBlock will be invisible to your customers. So John's print shop will be taking care of their customers using DupeBlock's smart QR platform with landing pages and other marketing aspects built into that. Moving forward, your customer, your brand. Like I said, we have the ability to white label and keep your brand up front. So you sell the brand, the solution as your own. We run the tech, code generation, hosting, security, dashboards, SLAs, troubleshooting. We do everything. So your logo and colors appear on the client's portal and dashboard. For example, we'll make the dashboard for you under your brand, and you will display that dashboard to your customers. So this way, it's 100% pure white label. We remain invisible to your customers. This works in 3 simple steps. Step 1 would be we create the codes, unique QR codes per unit sticker sheet or vector assets. a quick start pack. It's an early bird offer. We're trying to give a free trial. So the first QR codes, so the first 100 codes are included. So after this webinar, all of you that attended will basically will be eligible for a QR. Awesome. Moving forward, step two, you apply or place. So apply stickers on finished goods or drop down vector codes into artwork. Ship as usual, consumer verifies by phone in one tap. So we have the ability to either give you the QR codes where you can print it out on sheets and apply them yourself, or we have the ability to drop it right in your packaging artwork for a longer print job. So we can do this both ways. And step three, finally, you deliver the experience. A branded dashboard shows scan activity, lot status, and certificate of analysis. We also offer this. This is what sets us apart from most QR platforms. We have the ability to do branded landing pages per SKU lot under your print shop's logo. You invoice setup per run while we handle the backend. So it's simple. It's simple, straightforward. What do you get? You get a serialized smart QR codes, sticker, or vector. You get a client portal plus dashboard with your branding, certificate of analysis, document hosting, or per lot pages. This can be restaurant menus. This can be allergen certifications. This can be smart packaging of your ingredients, where it came from, how it works. It could be anything. We have the ability to customize. This is fully customizable to your benefits, your needs. Advanced anti-copy duplicate scannage. So for example, we have the ability to either take down duplicates from an e-commerce website if someone has stolen your packaging or launch a counterfeit product. So we have the ability to identify and stop this before it does great damage to your brand. The last step would be onboarding templates and reseller materials. So we're going to set you up for success. Your success is our success. We will be able to help you pitch this to your customers, to your people who are getting packages from you guys. Setup fee, you charge your client. This is where the extra revenue comes in. You charge your client from anywhere from 500 to 1500 per run. So for example, if you have a client named John, and John is getting a package worth $500 from you without the QR codes. If you offer QR codes, you would be able to charge John an additional 500 to 1500 per run, depending on their print job. So there's a huge markup profit per run. Your markup label codes and service commonly totals to 2000 per run. This varies by volume and SKU count. So the higher the SKU, the better the volume, the better the margins. Keeping your margins, what we want from you is we only charge you a one-time setup fee for $99 for unlimited anti-copy smart QR page. Now, this is an early bird offer. Prices will be subject to change in the future. But as an early bird, as a print shop, this is specifically for print shop, packaging companies, and 3PLs alike who are into the same business. So all we want from you guys is a $99 one-time setup charge for unlimited anti-copy smart QR codes, and then you resell them to your existing customers for a markup margin from anywhere from 500 to 2000 US dollars. We call it simple. Print money with print shops. Who's this for? This is for print shops, packaging companies, co-packers, 3PLs, shops that want a new line item that add value to their client's business, authentication, tracking, certificate of analysis, access without building any software. No engineering lift. Typical pilot goes live in 48 to 72 hours. We have the ability to instantly reform your company from a regular packaging to a smart packaging solution. In 2025, we feel that's crucial. Data, data is key in 2025. If you're not sure who your customers are, what your best products are selling, what these people are talking for your company as a product, having this knowledge is power, and you'll be able to traject your company in that direction where people are seeing the most, right? Moving forward. Now, one of the questions I get all the time with my existing clients and is how do I benefit from this smart QR authentication? Half of the time, they don't understand technology. They're simple shop owners. They're working hard. They don't want an added software that causes distraction, causes lead time. So over here, I want to take a moment and kind of explain to you how your print shop will benefit. So any new line item on every run, if you add a smart QR authentication tracking QR code charge per setup per run, you keep the margin and you make the money, the profit in the middle. So for example, most of the companies, they charge 10 cents per QR. A lot of my customers, what they're doing is basically they buy the QR codes from us for $9.99, one-time flat fee, unlimited QR codes. And then they have the ability to upsell them on their customers for 10 cents a piece. Now, if you're doing 100 items, 1,000 items, that's easily 500 to 1,000 added additional line of revenue from the same existing client. So your success is our success. So that's where you benefit from this solution. Like I said, there's zero engineering time. We create the codes, we host the pages, and run the dashboard under your brand. All you have to do is pitch this to your customer for their next packaging run. When you do this, since it's your logo on our dashboard, there's a stickiness to it. So your vendor, your customer will stick. It's harder to switch vendors when you are giving them a one-stop shop solution for all your smart packaging, for all your landing pages, for all your anti-counterfeiting solutions. So faster reorder size, serialized lots, make reprints and artwork update straightforward. There's no rocket science behind it. Upsell path. So adding a CO links, warranty registrations, how-to videos, recall notices, and promo loyalty modules without redesigning package. So we take care of everything that's been happening. Moving forward, examples by print type. So I get a lot of questions from a lot of my customers asking me, uh, why would I buy this? Why would I buy this product? There's so many out there that actually do this free of cost. Why you guys? What sets you guys apart? And and is it a good fit for my print shop? I only do cartons. I only do pressure sensitive labels. I only do shrink sleeves. How would this benefit my print shop? So this solution basically caters to all type of print solutions, whether you're doing folding cartons, pressure sensors, shrink sleeves, brochures, business cards, apparel, anything that comes to mind. There is there is research done behind this, and there's proven value that my customers are seeing across globally. Since we're not only based in North America and California, we have offices in Dubai, offices in Saudi Arabia, Middle East, Asia. So it's a huge network, and we're able to cater to any geolocation with great speeds, no shortages, accurate information, real time. So let's dive in. So for example, if you're doing folding cartons and product boxes, that's all you guys do. What you sell is a white label smart QR on pack authentication and tracking. So, for example, if you're shipping that stuff and you're standing behind your product or your customer's product, this is legit, this is 100% guaranteed. Simply placing a QR builds trust and engagement to the customers. So, a lot of customers prefer that. So, a small QR on the tuck flap slide panel or tamper tap, right? Branded pages per lot with verified cost of analysis, certificate of analysis specs, and care info. Typical markup 500 to 1500 if you're doing folding cards. Let's say you're doing sensitive label stickers. Per printed serialized sticker, one by one for customer. Now this is where it gets deeper. This is where you have a great margin. So 10 cents per QR code on your next run, that will amount to more than $2,000, right? Seals, jars, bottle labels, secondary packaging. That's where the label is going to stick. What the client sees is a scan, analytics by lot, region, duplicate scans alert. So for example, if somebody's knocking off your hot sauce that you're a provider of, or you're a manufacturer, if somebody's knocking that off as a duplicate, your customer will be able to see this through this dashboard. In our next webinar, I'm going to give you a live demo of how everything works. Today, we're just going to go through the features. And if you have time, I'll show you a demo moving forward. Shrink sleeve. Embedded vectors, smart QR, and sleeve film art. This is where we have the ability to drop the QR right into your artwork packaging where they run. So for beverages, for personal care, cosmetics, uh, nutrition, pharmaceuticals, vitamin pills, peptides. Any of these would be a perfect match. So what the client sees, ingredients, recall, expiry, info, if it has allergens, if it has sesame oil, if it peanut oil, if it has peanuts, typically add on artwork integration, that's also 10 cents per run. Moving forward, if you're doing bottle wines, business cards, brochures, what you sell is a white label, story preference, authenticity QR. So if your wine is coming from uh, a a uh, a farm in Italy, we can verify that these grapes actually came from Italy all the way to North America, and they were processed at this manufacturer, and it went from this manufacturer to this shipping company, which took it to this end shop where the consumer bought the product from. So we can basically track it all the way from Italy to the customer's hands, regardless of what store they came from. Vineyard batch, story, tasting notes, verified. Everything can be put in that smart label. And if you're selling labels for wine bottles, a typical setup per run, that's stagnant because wines are expensive and there's a lot of information. You want to talk about grapes, you want to talk about allergens, you want to talk about pairing. So we have the ability to pair wines with other things. If you're in that space, if you want to cross sell, we have that ability too. For business cards, I have a lot of customers. I, I think 15 of them I spoke with last week. So we were having an argument that, I only do a business card. How is this going to work for me? So a lot of dynamic, virtual cards with identity verification. So for example, when you meet someone at a conference, you simply hand them your smart business card. They'll be able to scan this on a mobile profile, on a mobile application, and everything will be added into your phone seamlessly as a contact. So your first name, last name, your email address, your company information, your WhatsApp number, your social handles. Everything can be added all at once at a gathering event or any of that event. So mobile profile that updates without reprinting. So you don't have to reprint ads. You can just simply print a titanium or a wooden card, something fancy. You can place a QR label to it. You can tie that business card to one of the employees. So if the employees leave, the company for a better opportunity or gets let go, whatever the reason is, the card remains dynamic. What we do in the back end, we redirect that QR code's information to the new employee that's joining. So per employee setup, an annual hosting bundle, that's one of the upsells that you guys can do if you're into business cards. That's very important. A lot of my customers do business card. I try to talk to them all the time with this solution and they love it. They're seeing great margins. Brochure catalogs and inserts. This is similar to the business card. If you're in a mall, if you're doing a promotional product, uh, like a standee or something, uh, what you sell is a campaign level smart QR for tracking distribution and offers. So if you're just doing brochures, if you gave it in LA or if you gave it in New York, that unique QR code will be able to tell you and your customers, okay, these brochures went to New York. This is their traceability. That's how they went through. And you get analytics. How many people actually saw your brochures? There's no actual way of you understanding how many people actually read your brochures. But we can prove that, and we can provide you with that data just by implementing our QR codes on the back cover, our hero panel, insert cards, anywhere you feel it's more aesthetically pleasant to your brochure. What the client sees, they see a promo page, the UTM style analytics, and lead capture. So this is very crucial. In 2025, if you want to be able to scale, you need to know your customers, who your customers are. DupeBlock Smart QR platform has the ability to lead capture. Once a person scans this UR code, the QR code, the software has the ability to grab that information and put it and push it to any one of your servers, any one of your Google Sheets or CRM. We should be able to integrate it. And all within a press of a button, you would be able to see that lead information. You can pick up the phone or you can get on your laptop and email the person saying, hey, thank you for looking, taking a view at my brochure. Can we work together? If this is a good fit. So a typical add-on, a campaign setup and print run fee. That's how most of the print companies are making money. More print formats, if you do white formats, menus, if you do fine arts, if you do apparel. A lot of my customers are into apparel. We argue all the time. How is this going to help me? So this helps them with drop authentication. I'm going to talk about apparel first and I'll move up the list because I feel like this is very important. A lot of people do apparel. So where the QR lives, it lives on your hang tag, right? Or in sewn in label. Every stylist or every customer, what they need to do in order to do drop authentication or even drop alerts, they would have to get on their socials and they would have to update to all their customers or their followers, hey, the drop is coming next winter or next summer. The ability with the QR codes, everything is automated. All you have to do with a few clicks a button, or you can just tell us, we can make the changes for you. That, hey, can you let my customers know that this drop is coming next winter or, in this holiday season that's coming up. And once they scan it, they should be able to see the new drop launch. And then with the landing pages, you have the ability to cross-sell or bundle items. For example, if they're looking at pants, in the bottom of the landing page, we have the ability to cross-sell that, hey, these pants are usually paired with this hat and shirt. Would you like to bundle this up? So a bundled offer. This is upselling at its finest in 2025 with AI ability and AI smartness that within our platform, it's a piece of cake. So hang tags, care warranty pages, size, fit in info, verify original, if it's cashmere, if it's linen, if it's cotton. If you're out, you can let your people know if there's new sizes coming in. So everything can be done using that QR technology. Similar with fine art, limited prints, and certificates. You can actually use that QR to go to the actual certification link from that company. So redirect, so traffic engagement, SEO. If you're doing certifications for your companies, if you're giving out certifications for if you're an authorized representative who certifies people, implementing this would give you, great immense traffic because it will redirect. Similarly, for wide format menus and signage, where it lives on the menu board, pop displays, trade show signage. What you sell QR menus, event check-ins, warranty registration QRs, and you charge the upselling margin. Remember, we only charge you a flat $99 fee for unlimited QRs, and you have the ability to either package them on a unique QR level, or you can bundle a package depending on certificate of analysis or per employee or per drop, right? So this is the same thing. So moving forward, now we spoke a lot about how and who the fit is for print shops and such. Now I'm going to dive a little deeper on what the actual product does, what the software does. So we came up with this patent solution of a secure QR code. How we're able to do that, we take a QR code and we take it by 3 millimeters to 3 millimeters. We shrink it in high definition, high quality, high resolution, and we place it directly in the middle layer of the QR code. This makes it secure. This makes it copy proof. So for example, if someone steals your packaging, let's say you launch a product, I see this in Shark Tank all the time when people go and they get their 15 seconds of fame. Next thing, as soon as they get home, they see that, oh, there's a counterfeit product launched already, you know. So how does that help? So when someone steals your packaging, even if they steal the whole artwork, if they somehow hacked your servers and got the actual artwork, replicating the QR code is near to impossible because of the technology that stands behind it. Only we have the ability to generate these secure QR codes, right? So that's how the copy-proof technology works in simple terms. It's backed by blockchain. There's different angles to it, but just for the gist of it, this is the actual heart of how we secure the QR codes. So serialized QR codes, products with secure QR codes, consumers can use any QR codes reader to verify DupeBlock code. So you can even turn your camera on, and just from the camera, you have the ability to scan. You don't need to download an app. You can use Google, Chrome, WeChat, third-party QR readers. Anything will work. This is cross-platform. Product information, consumer receive customized product information, rebate warranty, program registration, use instructions, and product details on their phones. Consumer engagement. This is very important to the mobile authentication. We engage consumers with personalized promotion and integrate with AI agent. So we have the ability to even upsell you on a AI agent that will work as an employee in your company. And as soon as a lead comes in through the QR, the AI agent will be able to email them or call them, cold call him, and do some discovery questions. If the lead is qualified, we can transfer it to a live agent and you guys can upsell. So this can also be integrated with Meta, Facebook, Line, or WeChat official accounts to drive sales and promotion. Business intelligence. This is where the supply chain traceability and direct consumer engagement comes into play with our dashboard. So supply chain track and trace and deeper demographic insights on end users, including location, gender, age, ranges, income ranges. So lead capturing, and my example that if the grapes were coming in from Italy, so the whole traceability. Oh, sorry. How the DubeBlock secure QR works. So like I said, the secure graphic is that little teeny tiny QR code that sits in the middle of the main QR codes. That's our technology. This is how we secure the QR code. So if you see on the bottom, it says the digital file. This is 100% information. And if you move to the middle, after copying it once, you lose about 40% of information, right? So once we give you the QR and you place it on your customer's packaging, you will lose 40% information. Now, this is the actual real packaging where 60% of information is valid. Everything will work perfectly. This has been trialed and tested. We have no issues with our customers. The original print has 60% information. Now, let's say from this original print, someone stole your packaging and copied it. Even if they take it to the best printer, to the best machines, to the best laser technology they can find, and they have that printed, they have your labels printed from that place where they do outstanding printing. Even that high quality copy would only contain 30%, and 30% information is not enough for any QR reader to read and be able to redirect. This is how secure QR works. This is how we separate ourselves from others. Free QR codes, unlimited QR codes, they don't have the ability for landing pages. They don't have the ability for anti-copy. Anybody can simply copy their QR codes. So this is how the back end of the technology works. So DupeBlock is backed up by blockchain. That's the name DupeBlock because we block duplicates and we use blockchain. So data visualization, alerts, predictive analysis coming from brand managers, marketing analytics that comes into the chain, product authenticity, traceability information, customer engagements that goes into the chain, secure unique identifiers data association that goes into the chain, API or mobile app that goes into the chain. So it's integrated with any ERP, MES, WMS data center, any type of printer packaging integration, any type of customer supply chain operation. And the brand managers and marketing analytics, they all can work together seamlessly on our platform backed up by blockchain. So this is a cloud base. We manage the hosting, we do everything. You guys don't have to worry about anything. Moving forward, how the blockchain connector works. So the public ledger, the Hyperledger, Ethereum, or blockchain that sits high on the pyramid. And in the middle, what you see is the events. So the DubeBlock blockchain connector with EPCIS or GS1 events database. A lot of technology in the bottom, if you see here, secure ID manager, supplier data, third-party auditor, TNT sensors, everything can be pushed through APIs towards our blockchain connector. And we can connect it to Hyperledger, Ethereum, blockchain, public ledgers, any type of contract. So it's fully uh, ingradable, fully customizable through APIs. Everything's great. So smartphone. So what happens here? This is where I want to talk about the brand authentication or anti-counterfeiting, as I call it. So the QR reader, if you see, it's easy to access digital content from any consumer, product information, track and trace, scanning, data collection, ongoing. Validation of DuPlock code is also possible via any QR reader, right? So app authentication immediately results into engagement. There's two type of pop-ups that happens if your product is not verified. There's a red cross with a huge red banner saying unable to verify. That means that product is fake. If it turns green after the scan, that means that product is verified. That did not that product is verified and you're 100% relaxed with it. But for the unable to verify one, that means it's a knockoff. So this is how you protect your brand from getting knocked off and your consumers to be able to repeat business. This is the heart of the product where you're able to see all the data. So our web portal is a cloud-based platform. It's accessible online. Uh, It's secure, reliable, and scalable foundation for your secure digitalization. It's user-friendly platform, allowing all stakeholders to perform their tasks intuitively. Different users, right, enable easy collaboration across all departments and external partners for your supply chain. So you get deep insights, and um, there is rights available. So you can only assign rights to the right person working in your department. More on the web portal, since it's a cloud-based platform, the business intelligence, we put that at your fingertips, right? It's a wealth of track and trace data and business intelligence collected by the consumer scans is visualized and made actionable. So you are able to see where your product is selling the most. This is how our portal works. The interface gateway to your own customer engagement application, web services. And instead of our logo, it will show your. Since we're doing early bird white labeling option, it won't say DupeBlock, it would say your print shop's logo. Well, you'll be able to see uh, who basically came in. More on the web portal, there's dashboard analytics. The customizable dashboard provides fast, convenient updates to all authentications and interactions with your products. So you'll be able to know who bought the product, what's selling, what's not, how much you're making, in real time visuals. User demographics. So clearly who the loyal customers are and where they're interested. This is also GDPR compliant. So this gives you the ability to cross-sell and resell to the same customer, allowing you to scale. Now, I want to talk about some psychology of the market challenges. A lot of people and this goes for bigger manufacturers as well, there's a lack of trust and transparency. A lot of consumers, they want to know where this product is coming from. Is it healthy? Were there you know, any child labor was involved? Any animals were hurt during this process? People want to know. They're sensitive with that. So lack of trust, that's a big market challenge. DupeBlock helps eliminate that challenge with the product authentication. There's a lack of meaningful engagement because a lot of consumers or a lot of people that are doing business don't even know what their customer want or what the feedback is and if they like the product or not. So there's a lack of engagement. We engage that with lead capturing and giving you analytics on where the customer scanned it, how they scanned it, and what they bought. Uh, just FYI, product counterfeiting is going to reach 3 trillion by 2026. So this is a huge market. As soon as someone launches something that has any sort of potential, 100% China will make a product that's 10 times cheaper, almost does the same thing as you, but it's 100% fake, and they'll be able to saturate the market and take a huge chunk out of your profit. And we at DupeBlock help you guys with anti-counterfeiting, mislabeling, and adulteration. So a lot of people get misprints on their label. So there is no such thing as a misprint with QRs. So simply after we place the QR, we have the ability to change any content, any information, even if there was a misspelling or something was off, we have the ability to do that within seconds. So all of these challenges are taken care uh, with DupeBlock. Here I want to talk about a little over demands and constraints. So the demand and constraints for any type of consumer, if it could be luxury product, cosmetics, food, anything, there's an increase of transparency of pricing. They want to know who's selling it for what price. We should be able to identify that. Increased traceability. Where did these coffee beans come from? Where did this olive oil come from? Where did this wine come from? We want to know. Farmer ID program. Since we can track this to the unique ID to the inception of where things started, we can go it from the farm level all the way to the consumer. So the whole supply chain from farmers direct to consumer. Sustainability initiatives and reporting, that's also in demand. Now, a lot of constraints come along with that. There's a lack of standardization. There's not standards put in process. There's FSMA is working on something where the deadline is 2026. We're going to talk about that in our next webinar. But yeah, it's a lack of standardization, but rest assured, 2026 will be a whole different game for organic foods. Slow and expensive payments infrastructure. So, we host everything. Everything is in-house. You guys don't have to worry about anything. Instability of local currency. Obviously, that's one of the constraints. Why should I buy it from, Mexico if I can get it cheaper from Argentina? Right? Lack of smartphones and service connectivity. So these are the constraints, but DubeBlock has the ability to work offline where we don't need so much service connectivity. As soon as we get internet, as soon as we get data, it should be able to push everything to the server once it has internet. Now, this is a lesson to learn for every manufacturer or every businessman. On your left, this is what the young consumer is thinking when they buy your product, where it came from. Is it real? Who's the manufacturer? So in an age of unprecedented global connectivity with access to an abundance of data and product choices across borders, consumers' demands drive prolific innovations and fast-moving trends. So they want to know where the products came from, were they, ethically sourced and responsibly manufactured? Is it real or fake? What impact will my purchase have to the world? These are the answers that a lot of big consumers are not able to give to their customers. So this is one of the things where DupeBlock actually shines and thrives. Choosing brands which embrace so the customer, today's customers, and we have a whole research team that do research on consumer behavior. They want provenance, right? They want transparency. They want most of all authenticity. Is this real? I'm not going to buy this fake. I'm not going to buy a knockoff. I want an authentic product. Sustainability, is it sustainable? Did it come ethically? Where was anything harmed? Am I helping the world or am I helping, with global warming? So these are things that people are asking, and this is where DupeBlock shines. The opportunity. So top sustainability purchasing drivers, right? The product is known for its health and wellness. This is how we can help you enhance, get to your customer that this product is healthy and this product is beneficial for you. We can also tell your customers that this product is made fresh, natural, or organic ingredients because we have that data. We can point it to that customer. The product is from a company known for being environmentally friendly. We can set people up with different logos and different awareness that they are in that space. This product is from a company known for its commitment to social value. The product packaging is environmentally friendly. The product is from a company known for its commitment to my community. I saw an ad on TV about the social and environmental good the products company is doing. So these are the things people would want to engage with and kind of have belief in before they even buy. That is what I call brand trust. That is what's called natural and organic. Company social commitment, 72% brand trust. That's my main motto for the webinar today. Traceability. So like I said, we can do it from the farmer level, we can go to the cooperative level, we can go to the mill level, the country. So from any of these levels, we have the ability to trace it all the way from what country it came from, what mill it went through, what cooperative it belonged to, where was it farmed. So very minute. Digitalization. This is where I want to talk about, how smart product works. This is smart labeling. So you apply serialized copy-proof QR codes to establish a digital identity for each single product. Like I said, unique, right? Then you verify the product, track and trace the supply chain, and gather product lifecycle and consumer data. The third step would be engage with your community, empower your customers and community, and share more value via digital interaction. So they'll be able to say, this didn't pair well with fish, or this didn't pair well with my steak, or this batch had a weird aftertaste. This is the type of engagement we want with the community. Uh, How we do that through map and analyze the data. We show geolocation and scanning data from every barcode scan, learn from the market data, and improve customer trust. This is the solution that DupeBlock provides people. So I want to brag here about one of our most prestigious customer or client or partner, I would like to call them. They go by Amor Perfecto. They're a coffee bean shop based in California, but they they get their products deep from Argentina. They get their coffees. Uh, we have the ability to help them grow, engage with their customers, build brand authenticity, make trust, do smart QRs. They know what they're selling, who their customers are, what their feedback is. Uh, they're able to scale, enormously and moving on to better things. These are some of our more trusted client partners that are also brand owners and print shops. Some of the names are here. So promote Amor Perfecto. It's 100% organic coffee. It's direct trade coffee rather than a corporate coffee sourced from a cooperative, right? They have our copy proof QR codes embedded in their shop and all their packaging. They also have our smart label applied to there where they can scan this QR code and be able to verify if the product is real and go deeper if there's more ingredients needed, if there's nutrition values, allergen, sustainability, provenance, track and take, ISO code, layer of blockchain on top of validate trust and data protection. Everything is unique per unit. Like I said, I cannot stress this enough. A lot of people assume that, hey, this barcode is going to just land to one simple page. No, every single barcode will have every unique landing pages. So no two QR codes are the same. Unique, unique is the keyword. A little on the application, what you can see is the nutrition and usage fact, the serving size per container, total calories, health and safety, brewing tips. This is how the software works. This is how what people will be able to see. Furthermore, they can also track and trace, see where their products are coming from, how it went there, what lot, what fair trade certification do they have, harvest details, if it was harvested from Peru or where it was harvested from, right? So with all that said, that basically wraps up my session for DupeBlock, how it does. I'm gonna give the opportunity for some Q&A. If anybody has some questions, please ping me in the chat. I will be able to take questions